Mr. Bottle lives in a small wine cellar with many other bottles. After that, Mr. Bottle left. That's probably because he wasn't really very good at drinking. Or maybe he had his heart set on something. He likes to lock himself in the cupboard and occasionally reminisce about the past. This includes Mr. Rice Wine Bottle, a good friend of his. Mr. Bottle feels both new and timid. These are things he and other bottles have not seen before. Sometimes, Mr. Bottle also encounters some obstacles, but the answer to the problem is often in ourselves. Where exactly is Mr. Bottle going? This is not quite clear to him either. At least go a little farther than the other bottles, right? This time, he found so many bottles in the wine cellar. They were like specimens, just as every one of their former selves. So, is it time to say goodbye? Imitation can only lead to the same place, so watch your step. Mr. Bottle feels happy. Now, he just needs to balance himself a little more. jingling and bumping will take him farther. The bumps and bruises bring more than brokenness and maybe love. And at that moment, Mr. Bottle feels more empowered than ever. Miss Pink Bottle was really pretty, so Mr. Bottle The glistening beach is just where Mr. Bottle was born. Unlike in the past, he, now without a cork on, should take care and avoid the filling of seawater. Mr. Bottle swims swiftly in the water, never forgetting his Besides little barriers, he keeps a mind of peacefulness. Rising and falling is accompanied by risk. Also, opportunities are missed. Even in a small pool, Mr. Bottle knows maybe he cannot decide his ups and downs in the water. On the way, Mr. Bottle encounters some comrades. They had climbed mountains and floated along with the ocean currents, so the name of floating bottle has been given. Among them, some were so fascinated with the charming corals that they had ended up at the bottom of the sea. Some were eager for full-grown wings, thus quietly hiding in the duck mum's nest. Also, some bottles were fighting for the favour of another cute one. Sea waves are turbulent, and the path is full of hardships. So Mr. Bottle dreams of becoming a fish. The bitter tears narrate their hearts to the sea, and their bitterness. The bitter tears narrate their hearts to the sea, and their bitterness would disappear within. Mr. Bottle has even forgotten what kind of wine he ever held, but surely it was not this bitter. Mr. Bottle, after emptying the last drop of seawater, floats on his way to a more remote destination. Where is this? This light feeling is different from the places which Mr. Bottle has visited. It's very free, no longer restrained as before. It's only Mr. Bottle himself who can determine how far he will be able to travel. So Mr. Bottle is on wings, with a feeling just like he drank too much wine many years ago. Mr. Bottle is not that kind of self-abandoned bottle, though sometimes he would be at a loss. Lack guidance. And some persistent courage. Mr. Bottle is very brave, but this world is too large to see some little dreams. If he turned into a star, would the world see him? The little sounds hide inside the permanent. Like pebbles, they dash to the sharp edges fearlessly. Like dust, they float amidst rolling area lights. Like spirits, they secretly protect your fragile dreams. Like a compass, they give a correct direction. They have reserved the final light for both the ancient and the present as well. Mr. Bottle, despite of having received too much care, still longs for a solid build. Faced with difficulties, he boasts the courage as hard and as sharp as a needle. But there is another side, more complicated in such difficulties. A pen's point dancing on a piece of paper would create a treasure of knowledge which will assist to break through barriers. Against a more complicated difficulty, one needs more patience and the courage of confronting reality. But are you sure that you want to press on? Some difficulties are destined to be insurmountable. Ever since then, never have I met Mr. Bottle. Maybe he has sought help. However, in the quiet vacuum, the clacking sounds have never reached both you and me, just like the incommunicable sadness or joys